Welcome back. Matt Horton is joining us now with CTCU. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yes, glad to be here.
Yeah, so if people aren't familiar with CTCU, tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Okay, so we are a credit union here in Tyler, Texas, and we are a community credit union, so open to anybody who lives, works, or worships in Smith County, offering a full range of financial services. And so yeah, that's us. We're over here on the Loop right next to Red Lobster.
Yeah, so talking about money talks a little bit today. So how important is it to talk finances with your partner? I feel like we always want to dread that.
Yeah,
it's kind of make or break a relationship.
It's tough. It's one of those things that if you look at just about any studies for the reasons for divorce in the United States, money or financial concerns are always going to be one of the top 2 or 3, and it shouldn't be one of the things that drives a wedge between you and a loved one, at all.
Right. So why is it so difficult to talk about money then?
It's difficult because a lot of times we have grown up in different families, obviously, with different perspectives on how to spend money. Some people have started off getting an allowance at an early age and dealing with some money. Some of us had jobs, babysitting or mowing yards before we were 16. Some got jobs at after they turned 16, and others kind of really didn't ever have to deal with it. So we're always coming from a totally different perspective. We all grew up with different amounts of money, so it's just one of the, and it's not a fun subject, and
plus, like, if you're making more money, you don't necessarily want to share it or share too much. So you might feel like you have more of a say in how the money gets spent.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, and so when you enter into a relationship with a spouse, it all kind of becomes one. As y'all become one, your money becomes one. So it's a difficult thing to deal with. And like I said, we all have different perspectives on how that money should be spent. So, one of the first things you have to do is you have to find time, no matter what, to talk about money because you can.
Yeah. So how do you approach that talk then?
So one of the easiest ways to do that is you begin trying to figure out other subjects to talk about first. So goals and dreams and aspirations. So, whether or not you've been married for 10 or 15 years or you're just now beginning to discuss the possibility of getting engaged, you can say, okay, what do we want to do? Do we want to look towards retirement? Do we want to look at having kids? Or if we have kids, do we want to start talking about college? Would we like to go on a vacation, whether it's going over to Europe or going down to Galveston? And when you begin deciding, because those are a little bit easier topics to discuss, sometimes they can be kind of fun, and so you can say, well, okay, we've decided we want to go, say, let's go to Destin, let's go to Destin, we'll take a beach, well, how much is it going to cost? And then you can relate it back to money. So, okay, now how can we get there? So how much money are we going to have to save? And that'll at least put you on the topic of that. And so now you can begin to say, okay, well, how do we actually budget our money? And you start off from the simplest. This is how much money we make, and this is how much money we have to spend on bills and on food and on everything else. And then, we also all like to still be very independent as well with our money. We like having a little bit of freedom over our own money. So one thing my wife and I do is we have our own allowance, which sounds kind of strange, but we decide exactly what we have to spend, how much we're going to save, but then I get a certain amount of money per month, and my wife gets a certain amount of money per month, and we know that's ours.
There you go. You don't feel guilty spending it.
No, and we don't have to ask for permission. We don't have to worry about whether there's money in the checking account. I get my money out in cash at the beginning of every month. I can spend that on food. I can spend it on shoes. I can save it up. I can even spend it on my wife if I want to, if I'm feeling nice,
All right. Well, Matt, thank you so much. And we have on your screen where you can find more information about CTCU. But coming up